should husband assist with house chores after they both agreed without house help at all?
Without house help?
Yes.
Is the wife working?
Yes.
The wife is working?
She's working.
Of course, that's a necessity. If your wife is working, that means she's... Let me explain this.
But the work, she has her own business.
It doesn't matter if it's a business. Your business is a huge work. It's actually even it's more tasking when you're not working for someone, because you have to be your financial assistant yourself. You'll be the financial advisor, you'll be the CEO, you'll be the budget, you're going to do everything. You'll be the quality control and whatever. So it's more tasking even if your wife has a business ahead of if she's working for someone. But the reality is, in marriage, if everybody's going to be sincere with themselves, once your wife brings money to the house and she gives it, some wives will have money and never give. So the fact that she's working doesn't mean she's going to share part of the money.
No, because it's her money.
Yes, if you are working as a wife and you are picking your money, then you pay your maid. So I don't think that should be a thing of discussion.
Why the husband said it was the husband that didn't agree with house help. That was why they concluded, okay, no house help.
Yes, you can live a life without an absolute house help, but you have help.
So it's the husband that will be paying.
No, not the house help. You have help. For example, instead of if I'm working, my wife is working, instead of her doing laundry, what will she do? She pack the clothes to a laundryman and pay. Since she's the one supposed to do it, then you pay the laundryman. So that reduces the work. Secondly, instead of you to cook, if you know you're working, you can get all these people that do soups and all. Whatever your husband gives you for soup money, if it's not enough, you subsidize that again with what you have from what you're making, and then you bring the food home, and then there is limited work to do. Then you can employ people who are going to clean. They don't necessarily have to be your help, but they come maybe twice in a week to clean the whole house, and that also works. And then your husband should have gate man, Abi. That one will clean the compound, wash the cars, and protect the perimeter. That's easy. It's not something you have to bring quarrels into your house because of that. Now, this I'm saying is when you really have a good business as a wife that brings more money. If your business is bringing 40,000, how do you buy soup? That means that business is not viable enough. A non-viable job, you now have to sit with your husband. I know it's very stressful for women. They just want to make money. They just also want to have something on their own. Most women will say things like, so if I want to buy a pad, if I want to buy this, I have to ask my husband. What's the difference between buying pad and buying rice? There's no difference. It's buying a product. Either you are buying rice or buying pad or buying car, is the same thing. The same way you ask is what you ask. And at all, what I do in my case is I just allocate money. So you don't need to tell me the specifics. So I just know that, okay, in a month, what are your personal effects? Maybe 100k or 50k or 20k or 10k or 5k, depending on what capacity of the husband is. And then you know that every month I give you this 5k or this 20k or this 2 million, depending on your status, to the wife for our upkeep. So I don't care if you use it to buy land or you save it or you buy the tampon. That's none of my business. You make your hair, you buy your necessities every single month. I just allocate the money. So there is no need for fight. The problem is if you are doing to whom it may concern. For example, if this month you come and say, honey, I want to make my hair, I say how much? You say 30,000, I give you. Then 3 days later, honey, I have this thing had finished, so I want to buy this. How much? 9,500, I give you. Then in the evening, say, honey, when you are coming, let me buy shawarma and shawapa. I buy that. And then 4 days later, I say, hey, you see, my data has finished, and I want to do the 3 months on. It's cheaper. How much is that?
That's why it's good for a woman to have her own money.
No, I'm just telling you. By the time, the problem with this money thing is not the money, it's the frequency of ask and the asking at inconvenient time for the man. Most people are not talking about the real issue here.
But most men should have thought of that before they choose their wife to be housewife.
Please stop sounding like this. Stop saying most men should have thought of that. There is no school where they teach men how to deal with women. So why are you saying they should thought them most money? Thought of that. The reality is that's why everybody should talk to themselves with open mind. Don't go crazy about it. My husband, are you not supposed to give me if it's guest or something? Or that's how you're carrying guest. Even if it's carrying guest, it's not carrying guest, whatever. Don't join issues with issues on just because you have the point. Don't go towards attacks, and it's just a natural thing for people to do. What everybody should do is, once you have a conversation, be open-minded. You might be angry, but try your best to still listen to what the person is saying, pick up points from what they are saying, and that's the best way to converse. So you go back and forth like that, talking about it. At the end of the day, you reach a compromise, because it's way easier. And thank God we're even discussing these things. Some of us has gone through all these processes and we have come up with results, so you don't even have to stress. Just go to the result and implement in your house. Just check. If your salary is 150,000, I can afford to give this woman 20,000 for her own personal thing. You know, men don't see it as a big deal, because you're like, Shebi, you're eating at home, I'm the one paying the rent. No, give her her own personal thing, personalize it for her, let her feel like she owns something. Whether she has a job or not, look, if my wife has a salary of 800, there is allocation, there is what we call like family purse, which is for capital project. So capital project is, you want to build a house, you want to go on vacation, you know those big things that you spend 12 million, 30 million, 40 million on. This is how it's in percentages. Now listen to that, it's not in quantity, it's in percentages. If your wife makes 80,000 and you make 2 million, there's nothing like, how much is your 80,000? No, that is our effort. Fingers are not equal. Percentages. If I'm giving 20% of my income, 20% of my 2 million is 400,000. That's what I'll give. The 20% of our own 80,000 is a whooping 16,000, and that's what she will give. That is percentages. Don't ever deal in figures, deal in percentages. That way, and as God will have it, you guys might not jackpot tomorrow, and then you are in UK. Now you are in UK, and our revenue is now £3,000. Guess how much is going to the purse of the family? 20%. So it's not a case of, I can't give. No, we already know. I will shoot you a gun if you don't do what we plan. Yes, now that's the day they will say husband killed wife and 17 children. Because if me and you will apply the same thing, you can't change the goalpost. There is no reason. It's in debt that we can change it. Because I can't be dumb. When both of us know that we can't change it in debt, everybody will be normal. But these cases of I can't take housewife, you are saying house help, you saying I should not take house help, the husband is not helping with his chores. How many husbands will be so happy to be washing plates and be cleaning, and all of these arguments will not even be if you have grown up children. I hope you know. Those days I could wash plates, I could wash clothes. Why would I have daughters and sons that are grown? I will not be washing plates again.
What if their kids are too small?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If your kids are small, that means the job you do is a little, it needs 100% control. I don't know why people miss this out. If you have children, you have to be present in their life 100%, both husband and wife. You can't leave children, because that's the area you train them. If you leave your children's training and bathing and food and all to your maids, even if you have maids, you have destroyed the life of the children. They will never know what it means to have mothers and fathers and on. You should be happy to do it together. When my children were younger, I would wash in their presence. They always laugh anyway. That is washing. It looks even natural instinct. Children have natural instinct that is wrong for parents to wash. At least in Africa, maybe I don't know how they got that. Because every time I'm washing or going to the kitchen, they start laughing and calling themselves, come and see that is in the kitchen. Like they don't see it as something I should be doing, but I do it anyway just to train. But guess what? They will fight to wash plates. It's in my house. When I was growing up, all of us run away from washing plates. In my house, my children fight to wash plates. I'm next. No, you are not next. You wash in the morning, it's me that wash in the evening. Why? Because they see their father washing it. I just leave my example. And it's not like I go there every day. But you see all those, you go there once in a month, they see it as a big deal. Now they want to do what their father is doing. Remember, children learn from parents, not by what you teach in your mouth, what you teach by your behaviors. It's your behavior. If you quarrel in love with your wife and two of you are shouting at each other and all, just look at your children. They will be shouting at themselves and be quarreling. You will not know. You think it's normal. If you have a child that is depressed, look at the mother. The mother is always depressed. Your daddy has gone out every time. Mommy, what's wrong with you? You're crying. You just notice that by the time the girl gets to 12 years, she's just lonely and depressed, because that's the thing you taught her all your life. It's not devil, you are the devil technically. Because that's why parents, it's sad that we don't have a school for parents. It's very sad. They should put up a school or something. Maybe I'm going to even work on this, where you teach parenthood. This thing, you can't do it by instinct. Instinct has never done anything in this world. There is nobody that created anything based on instinct. It's by knowledge. And once you lack knowledge of marriage and how a family should be run, you're going to be arguing and fighting over nothing, over what you should understand. But if I'm to bring this in, I tell you today, it's very easy. Whatever the communication is in the house, try and figure it out. If a woman is not working and she's full-time, she doesn't need a maid. Guaranteed. If you're a woman and you think you need a maid, you are just following trend. Forget it. Because if you calculate the number of hours in a day and the number of jobs that you have in your house, you can do it successfully. I'm not saying you won't be tired, because you are saying it's tiring. What is a job supposed to do? Are you supposed to have pleasure from a job? You're supposed to be tired. I'm supposed to come home and know you are tired. That's how I know you are working. And if it is work of a job of money that you are going for, please do a job of money that is worth it. You can't go be earning 35,000 and all of a sudden you say you are working. Your 35,000 cannot impact the house. So you sit at home and just leave the job. For all in the name of I just want to make my money. You are not trying to work as a team. A team does not do things that are selfish. You can't say, I want to have my money. I can't ask you. Every time you use the word I in conversation is selfishness. And the husband provides. Now some men are ridiculous too because they won't provide enough. If you are not providing enough, you are the cause of your wife trying to hustle with you. Normally, wives are not supposed to hustle. Wives are supposed to enjoy. Women are not built for hustling, except for those people that have lost their mind and they have ego. You know, some people will prefer to hustle just so that they will have their own money. So nobody will make jest of me. And you know the funniest thing? This job you are doing, do you know how many people bullshit you every day on the job? You are a decorator. You know how many people shout on you? Is this how to decorate? What nonsense is this? You still say, I'm sorry. But if you say, I say, what nonsense is this? You can't say, I'm sorry. And it's the one bringing money. We are disillusioned though. Something is wrong somewhere. You prefer to allow another person's husband, the people you are older than, to shout on you because of the quality of the job you are giving. Just because they want to pay you. But the husband that brings money to you at home, you see him as insulting because he said, why did you do this or why are you doing that? You are just interchanging the same thing and going through more stress. Because if I'm to come back to this world, if I have a chance, I will choose to be a woman. But I will not have woman brain. No. I will have this man's brain. But I will be a woman. What I know today about a man, if I'm married as a woman, if I am a woman and I have this brain, forget it. They will come and study my marriage. Because I no go even talk anything. Everything you want is okay for me. If I'm your slave, that's what I will tell him practically. Guess what? Slaves are the ones that enjoy most in the palace. They are the ones that will taste the food before they give it to the king. So you are just like a ceremonial head. You know, men are like ceremonial heads. They are the ones that speak in public, but you know that you are the one that have power. So many wives will think they are kneeling for their husband. Good morning, my love. Look, if you are precious to a man, which is what God already made women to be, if you are really precious, but instead of you being precious, you are just arguing, fighting the man just because of chores. Because you did not allow me to collect maid. Well, something you say, okay, if you don't want maid, I don't want maid. He will look at you again. He says, don't do this. You say, okay, sir. Sometimes he will be angry and say, why are you always respecting me? Because he starts feeling pressured. If you overly celebrate a man, he will be afraid of you because he's thinking, even sometimes he will come and bait you. He will tell you to do something because he doesn't want you to do it, but just want to see you repelling. And then you agree. And some people will say, you don't know anything, this man. That's how I behave at home. But if you see what he threw at me, if you see the way he behaves at me and treat me, for God's sake, what it concern me with the way you treat me? I just want to treat you good. I don't care about how you treat me. Am I a goat? Don't I have a mind of my own? Bam! That's why the problem is. That's why if I want to give it, at least any staff they are going to give best staff in a place of work, you think it's only the work they gave the staff that the staff is doing? They will do waiting no concern them. They will send waiting no concern them. They will do more. But when it comes to marriage, we can't. You are the best daughter to your father. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Why are you the best daughter? Have you ever argued with your dad?
No.
Has your dad sent you something and you say you are busy?
If I'm busy, I'll tell him that I'm busy.
And then what happens after you say I'm busy?
He'll send another person.
No. I'm not saying when he has a choice to send another person.
If he doesn't have a choice,
yes,
he will wait.
But there's a way you already do what he
Whatever
wants.
I'm doing.
You prioritize your father. Let's put it that way. You put your father ahead of you. But once you have an husband, you see him as your competition. You see him as insult. It's a mental problem thing. It's like everybody's mad. That's where I see it. You cannot prioritize a father, prioritize a boss, prioritize a pastor. And the most important person that God had put on you, that is your husband, is the one you don't see as priority. Is the one you see as insulting you. The same thing your husband tells you that you see as insult. If your father says the same thing is okay, if your pastor says the same thing is okay, if your boss says the same thing is okay, it's only the husband that is not okay. It's just a mental thing. And once you can remove that thing from your brain, the man will be normal. And even if he's not normal, do I care? I'm just going to play my role as the best wife based on what the Bible and I know. I don't care about whatever he's doing. Whatever result is bringing, I'm okay. But guess what? You can prune a man to be the best version of himself. But it's not an argument. It's not simple. I don't want to collect maid. I want to collect maid. House don't scatter. Just because the wife wants to stand her ground. And I said this countless times. Standing your ground as a wife is not okay. We know men are bullies, men are rugged, men are, let them be doing that nonsense. You stay in your own feminism zone. What is your own? Calm voice, cool voice, sexy body. If na me get body like woman, you go not be smart, you know. Even Bobrisky that turned to a woman, he doesn't speak like a man again. If you listen to Bobrisky, to tell you that women are supposed to be soft, but you are trying to be hard. You say that's how they train me in my house. They have mistrained you. That's the simple thing. Bobrisky will say, hello. Why Bobrisky know? Because Bobrisky say hello. Say hello. Thank you. To tell you that that's how God created women. They're supposed to be clean, neat, and sassy, and sometimes very classy, elegant. Check this agbero thing that you are doing now. Is that how to be elegant? Your husband say one thing, you say 7. That's elegance to you. Go and look at the meaning of elegance in the dictionary. Is that elegance? Rejecting everything he says, telling him he's a liar, looking for faults in him. That's elegance. That's not elegance. Have you seen a queen of a palace before? The way they carry themselves, the way what they wear, how they move. Yeah. You think they're angels. You just be looking for their feathers. Is it feather or wing? You be looking for their wings. I'm just telling you, that's how a woman should be. But everybody is not trained. So you have husbands that they trained in Edward. You have a wife that came from Benue. This one went to school in Kogi. So wrong mix of whatever. Everybody is copying what their pastor's wife is doing or their pastor is doing. They are mentors, and nobody is really digging deep into what exactly does work with this. And Bible is a prototype. Please, everybody should just calm down and let there be peace. Enough of the fights in marriages, please.